Chapter 26. Yearn. As sunlight trickled through the curtains, Haruko slowly opened her eyes.
My eyes adjusting to the dim light of the early morning. Madara was propped on the countertop of the kitchen, drowsy, casting a warm glow on his peaceful face. It was like a scene from a movie. My attention was drawn to his tightly clenched fists, their knuckles bruised and raw. He must have been up all night, unable to find rest. "Sorry if I woke you up," I whispered. "But why are you out of bed?" He greeted me, smiling tenderly before responding.
"Good morning, babe. I just couldn't seem to fall back asleep since 4 in the morning. I tried to force myself to stay awake, but even coffee didn't help me, so I ended up dozing off."
Madara yawned and then asked, running a hand through his messy hair.
"What time is it?"
"It's 7:30 in the morning," I replied, feeling a sense of unease creeping into my stomach.
"Why do you wake up so early, sweetheart?"
He cooed tenderly.
"It's too early for you."
"I don't know," I responded, confused. "I just felt anxious and woke up." Madara's expression turned serious as he reminded me of our plans for the day.
"We have to go to the police station at noon."
My frown deepened as I remembered the reason for our visit. "Okay," I sighed. Madara's hand gently caressed my cheek, his fingers tracing a soothing pattern over my skin.
"How are you feeling, Haruko?"
He asked subtly, his dark eyes filled with concern. "I'm fine,"
"Come over here."
Madara murmurs, motioning for me to sit on his lap. With him, the nerves began to dissipate, and I felt safe and calm in his presence as our mouths met in a passionate kiss. With a hungry desire, he pulled me closer, deepening our kiss as our breaths mingled together. And then we gasped for air, both caught up in the intensity of the moment. But then he pulled back, his eyes filled with concern and regret.
"Haruko, you don't have to force yourself and indulge me. I'm sorry for my impulsive behavior. As a result of what happened last night, Haruko, it makes sense that you need some time and space for yourself."
His words were like a cold wave crashing over me.
It is not a guarantee of a lasting and fulfilling relationship. Their connection transcended mere primal urges and fleeting physical pleasure. It was not just a momentary indulgence, but a reflection of the enduring strength of their relationship, destined to withstand the test of time.
My entire being thirsted for his touch. "Madara, I want you more than anything."
"Are you sure we're not moving too fast?" "I'm grateful that the situation didn't escalate to sexual assault in your case. But let's take things slow, darling."
Madara gently petted my cheek, showing his concern. "Yes," I breathlessly affirmed. "I am sure." Madara's lips curved into a tender smile as he leaned in to kiss me, his touch sending sparks of warmth and love through my bones, our entwined bodies sinking into the plush mattress. My heart swelled with love for this man who held me dearly in his embrace.
Haruko's vulnerability radiated through the room, her figure tense and guarded after the traumatic events that had transpired. I was compelled to possess every inch of her body. In addition to our wild primal sex, there was a deeper yearning for my woman this time. I needed relief from the tension building inside me, but not at the expense of Haruko's comfort. As we kissed, my hands wandered gently down her back, tracing lines of comfort and reassurance. A rush of fear and arousal swept through her muscles as she flinched beneath my touch. I pressed my lips against hers again, knowing that this moment could bring us closer or push us apart. Passionately kissing, our bodies pressed together with longing and need. Haruko's physique tensed in response, triggered by memories. Whispering hushedly against her skin, I reminded her that we could stop at any time if she wanted to. I gazed into her eyes, asking for confirmation. "Are you sure you want us to make love?" Haruko leaned in closer, pressing her lips against mine once again. My lust was sparked by every sound she uttered when we shared sex. I couldn't get enough of her, yearning to explore every inch of her skin and revel in all of her intoxicating moans and sighs. With each touch from Haruko, a fiery passion ignited inside me, making it nearly impossible to regulate my urges. "Ah, Haruko, my little babe, you're driving me to the brink of madness every time we're together like this. My control is tempted to slip during sex with you." My breaths came out in heavy sighs, as she huffed in response.
My steamy lover. That's the best part of you.
Haruko's voice filled with playful seduction. I could feel her frame responding to my every movement, building towards a release that would leave her breathless and satisfied. My right arm wrapped around her shoulder blades, pulling her closer to me, as her hands left faint scratches on my back. Haruko's heaving filled the room. Her voice strained with delight as she hissed my name.
Fuck, you're so hottie.
I whispered, exhaling deeply. In this moment of madness and turmoil, being with Haruko was a small reprieve that made everything more manageable. Ah, Haruko, my sweet angel. It's been a tough day, but being with you like this makes it more bearable. She smiled affectionately and cupped my face in her hands.
Madara, I feel safe with you. Your presence makes all the difference.
My fingers delicately ran through her tangled hair as she smiled coyly at me.
I never knew you could be so gentle, Madara.
Haruko admitted. I couldn't help but feel a sense of satisfaction as I leaned closer to her, my lips brushing against her ear. You have no idea all the shades of me, my dear, I teased. Curious, her eyes sparkled as she responded.
Oh, I am eager to discover them all, Mr. Uchiha Madara.
We exchanged smiles, reveling in the intimacy we shared.